Hey my friends, so today we're going to talk about being everywhere on social media. Oh my god, that's so scary, right? Being everywhere, because if you've been building a brand online, you know that being everywhere takes a lot of time, because you got to go on every single platform, you got to spend time on each platform, you got to figure out how to you got to learn the platforms, you got to do, there's so much work, right, to be on every single platform you want to be on, whether it's LinkedIn or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. If you want to be on those platforms, you got to learn the platforms, right? There's even Pinterest and there's YouTube and blogging, right? They're all separate things, so we're going to talk about that in just a second. So the real question is this: what are the strategies, techniques, and tools that you need to learn to generate residual income from the e-learning boom that's happening right now? My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and welcome to Course Income Secrets. So that's the thing. So being online is one of the most important things you can do if you're trying to build a brand, building a business online, creating your personal brand. It's like, if you want to do that, you can't not be online. You got to do that if you're trying to sell a course, if you're trying to produce any kind of content, any kind of product, if you're trying to sell anything online using social media, you got to be on the social media platform. People have to find you there. That's how you grow your list, that's how you grow your audience, that's how you become somebody who people know, like, and trust, right? So that's the basics, right? You got to get people to know, like, and trust. Now I've been doing a program right now that I'm learning exactly how to do that without spending tons of time, tons of hours online, just doing syndication of content across all the platforms in the way that's super efficient. You're going to have to go check out this. You got to check this out. Okay, you know what, instead of me trying to explain it to you what I'm doing, I'm actually going through a training right now with somebody who's an 8-figure earner, or 7-figure. I think he's going to be 8-figure earner this year, but he's 7-figure earner, multi-millionaire, and he's been doing this for a long time, and he's showing me. Now of course I haven't made a million online yet. I mean, I've had a business before that I've owned a million, and that's the thing, but I mean, I haven't made $1 million online, so I can't show you how to do that. It'd be better if I let him explain to you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's just do that. Let's go watch this video here from my friend Mark Lalonde explaining the Octo content model. You really want to check this out, because that is an amazing thing.
Have you ever wondered why Gary Vaynerchuk, as well as the industry's top leaders, always seem to be everywhere? Always? It's because their content syndication strategy makes them omnipresent, which means present everywhere at the same time. Allow me and Oliver to show you exactly how to produce 30 pieces of native content from one 15-minute value video, and then syndicate those pieces of content to the top 8 social platforms. This is Oliver the Octopus, and Oliver's going to help us demonstrate the Octo content syndication model today, as well as how we implement the Octo content model in the Laboom Squad. So this model is engineered to grow your audience by syndicating your content across the top 8 social platforms. Now, first things first, I like to give credit where credit is due. This model is based on the Gary V content model, how to make 30 pieces of content from one single keynote. Quite frankly, if it weren't for Gary Vaynerchuk, we would not be here today. When I first heard of this, I was in complete disbelief that I can make 30 different pieces of content with one video. Well, as it turns out, it is the perfect model, or should I say almost perfect. I only say that because we dug deeper, we filled in the blanks, we dove very deep into the details, and we added an execution plan, which is a WMO, which is a weekly method of operation. So the Octo content model is not only conceptual, it's also very tactical. So before we get started, I'd like to thank you, Gary Vaynerchuk, on behalf of the Laboom Squad for making our Octo content model even possible. And I have no doubt in my mind that a few influencer superstars will be born because of this. So here we go. We're going to get started with the visual representation of what Oliver's job is once your pieces of content are created. Then once you understand what Oliver's job is, then we'll go into exactly how to create 30 pieces of content from one 15-minute video. Oliver's job is to bring you new audience members every single day from all 8 platforms that we specified today. Oliver will go out, get you audience members, and bring them back to your blog. Yes, you will absolutely need a blog. We'll talk about the specifics at the end of the video. But in short, you own your blog. You don't own the social media platforms. If anything happens to those platforms, you lose your audience and you do not have their contact information. And way too many more reasons to why you need a blog. Too many to start listing right now. But when people land on your blog, we in the Laboom Squad capture everyone who lands there, even if they don't fill in an email. We capture them in several ways, including some Facebook pixel retargeting code, including the code for a LinkedIn Insight tag, including a G tag. So when someone simply lands on your blog, you can retarget to all of these people on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and on Google. Then on top of that, of course, there will be forms on your blog where people can add to their email in exchange for free value, as well as places where you can collect text numbers for your SMS texting campaigns. So this is why we stuck the blog right up there. Now, once you give Oliver your 30 pieces of content, he will use that content as bait to go get food. What I mean by that is your quote-unquote bait would be your content going out, and the quote-unquote food that he'll be retrieving will be your audience members. So as you will see at the end of this video, when we implement the weekly method of operation, the pieces of content are native to the platforms in which we are retrieving from, which means they look different. It's not the same video or image. So here are the 8 platforms. We start with LinkedIn. Oliver sends out content specific for LinkedIn with a specific call to action tailored to LinkedIn users. Next, he will do the same thing for Twitter. Next, he will do the same thing for YouTube. The 4th fishing hole that Oliver is going to capitalize on is Facebook. Then it's Instagram. And now we're going into audio platforms. Oliver's going fishing on SoundCloud. He's going fishing on iTunes. And he's even going fishing on Amazon's Alexa. Now, as you can probably imagine, content on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Alexa are completely different from each other. If that's what you're thinking, you are correct. So to sum it up, your content is going out in the right native formats to each platform with a call to action to bring audience members back. Are you guys with me so far?
Please, sir, I want some more.
Okay, let's give you a little more. Let's give you a visual representation of what it would look like for audience members to be sucked into your blog. So Oliver spits out a LinkedIn post. There will be 2 types that go on LinkedIn. There will be video clips and there will be images. The smiling emoji is an audience member that sees your post, appreciates the value, and decides to get more value because that's what your call to action is. And there he goes. Oliver scores. Oliver used the free value in order to get the LinkedIn user to check out more information, or even better, to get more value. Now, there may be different types of people hanging out on Twitter, but they are still people nevertheless. This is why we tailor our content natively. Oliver puts out the Twitter content on Twitter and gets Twitter audience members from Twitter. While this is happening on LinkedIn and Twitter, the same is happening on YouTube, the same is happening on Facebook, the same thing's happening on Instagram, the same thing is happening on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Alexa, which are a completely different set of audience members because they don't watch video, they listen to podcasts and sound clips. And this happens all the time, all day long. New people see your video. Oliver continues to get new audience members, and then look right to your blog. Do you see the power of going onto all of these different platforms with different types of audience members? I really hope so. This is the future. This is how you become a global influencer. This is how you get recognized and are omnipresent, which means everywhere all the time. Now I ask you, how exciting would it be if this was happening for your business?
Please, sir, I want some more.
Yes, I'm sure you want more, and you're going to get more right now. Let's talk about the tactics. How do we possibly implement this? It would take a team of people to film, take pictures, record you, cut up the videos, hours and hours and hours of content just to make this happen. Here's where the WMO comes in. Your WMO, weekly method of operation, is to create one 15-minute value video. I'm using Gary as an example. Here would be one of his 15-minute videos. That's the job done. From that video, we clip out what we call video clips. Those are clips from the original video that are approximately 2 minutes long. We add captions to the video clips, and these are used for Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Now I want you to ignore the different clothing in these videos that Gary's wearing. I just grabbed these as examples of what we're doing, but in our case, of course, we'll have the same clothes on because we are in fact taking clips from the long form 15-minute video. Next, we take screenshots from the video. Once again, ignore Gary's clothing. We will have the same clothes on. So we take snapshots from the video and then we apply quotes to them. We refer to these as images because that's what they are. We use the images on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter. Next, we strip the sound from the original video. And that sound file will be used for SoundCloud, iTunes, and Alexa flash briefings. So all of these pieces of content come from the original 15-minute video. That 15-minute video will be used for your YouTube, and it is the video that will be sitting on your blog. So by following and executing on the Octo content model, you will literally be creating 30 pieces of content from a 15-minute video, and you will be spitting them out on all 8 platforms, constantly retrieving new audience members into your audience. Are you blown away yet?
Please, sir, I want some more.
So that was the Octo content model, and it's pretty insane what you can do with this. If you implement this, if you take part of this, if you want to take part of this, of course there's going to be a link, or depending on whether you're listening to this or where you're seeing this, we've been doing the Octo content model. There's a mastermind going on, or a group called La Boom Squad, that we're actually going through this process right now, and it's super it's ridiculous how it's cheap to get in, or not expensive. It's a really small investment, not even $100, right? So if you're interested in doing this, if taking part in this, there's a 12-week master class going on right now that will teach you all these things that you need to do to actually put in place this particular content syndication model, just like Marcus explaining about Gary V, how Gary V kind of does it, but he's got a team of people and he does 30 pieces instead of we're doing like 7 or 6 or something. But that's the thing. So if you want to learn this, it's totally ridiculous how it doesn't cost anything. It's like it's ridiculous to be spending 100. The reason why it's like this is because Mark is actually doing this for himself, so he's learning at the same time and he's showing it to the team members. And the link is let me just show you what the page looks like if you actually want to go to this page. Here, let's show you that up here. Here, let's put that. So basically there's a link here, octocontent.com/replay. ID is 1257. Now you can also get there by going to OCM. Let me just show you, ocm.jeansergegagnon.com. so my domain name is jeansergegagnon.com, and just put Octo Content Model, OCM, right there. You go there, it'll take you to that page, actually that page that we're talking about, which is basically the page with so you don't have to remember what the link is. Actually I lied. This takes you to a different, it's a capture page that I put together that you can join my list and get on the Octo Content Model, get to that page that you can join the list, join the Octo Content training. And you really want to do this. If you're building a business online, if you're trying to build a business online, you need to be producing content, you need to be doing these things on all the different platforms, as many of them as you can. And this is the best way you can learn to do it in a way that's time efficient and gets you to grow your audience as you can. So we'll see you on the inside. This has been Course Income Secrets, the entrepreneur's blueprint to generating income from the e-learning boom. Some of your friends need to hear this message, so don't forget to share. For more content like this, go to CourseIncomeSecrets.com and make sure to subscribe and follow us here. My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon. Until next time.